Ultranite, a former American YouTuber and game developer, best known for his work Chompers, has recently been involved in some controversies, including many leaks of the Five Nights at Freddy's fan games, mostly licensed by the Fazbear fanverse, and now his career is on the verge of chaos. But how did he actually ruin his career? If you want to find out, make sure to stick around till the end of the video, and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons, and hit the notification bell if you want to see more videos like this. So, let's get into the video. In the early morning of May 24th, 2022, L, one of the creatives in the forthcoming Fazbear fanverse initiative, titled Pop Goes Evergreen, was about to begin their day when they noticed a notification from Kane Carter, the project's director. Evergreen has had leaks. The rest of the day would be spent frantically trying to piece together what had happened through chats and video calls. In the screenshot, we can see that he shared the Evergreen endoskeleton model pictures. The following updated picture was shared by him. An anonymous Twitter account threw a bomb on the FNAF community a few hours ago, detailing how a group of notable fan game developers have been operating a secret chat for about a year and a half. The goal of this conversation, based on this tweet, was to obtain material from future developments. The suspected developers were Ultranite, Mechless, and Raymanov. All are well known in their fields. Following this, Kane Carter issued his own declaration with more specifics and stronger proof. Kane claims that in late May, the Pop Goes Evergreen team received an unidentified tip about the Pair chat room. The Pair was reportedly used to serve and explain fan game leaks, including Kane's own heavily hyped up task. Many FNAF game developers are great friends, and they frequently share behind the scenes progress or bounce ideas off of another. Kane also claims that doxing occurred in the chat, including the use of Facebook profile, photos, and identifying information, among other things. There were even claims that Scott Cawthon's private wedding video and numerous personal photos were included in the group chat. Ultranite, Raymanov, and Mechless were using their links in Fangame Society to obtain private materials. Kane shows proof that the pair intended to mass release their copyrighted material and instead kept it in their pockets as power and influence over the fan game initiatives. Kane and the Pop Goes team then worked to determine the cause of their project's leakages, and ultimately settled on a co-worker who was pals with Ultranite. Given Ultranite's prominence in the FNAF game community, it's entirely possible that this Pop Goes colleague was sharing information inadvertently. Kane confirms this, stating that they believe this person had no idea Ultranite was compiling a case of blackmail leakages. According to Kane, this is how they learned about the doxing allegations and massive amounts of blackmail. Ultranite and his co-conspirators had amassed. This was a dangerous situation. The Pop Goes team had a knife to their throats. There was a very real possibility that Ultranite and company would retaliate if they went public with the situation with the pair. People are most dangerous when they have nothing to lose. So, the Pop Goes team remained silent in order to protect their project. If their reputation were to be ruined by this going public, Kane said in a statement, what would they have to lose? They had a very real chance of going nuclear and causing as much havoc as they could as they went down with the ship. Kane and his team, on the other hand, did not sit idle. Ultranite, Raymanov, and Mechless, on the other hand, were forbidden from a variety of communities, including the Reddit Discord Fiznom server and others. Kane's screenshots are a little troubling. We see Ultranite claiming to have a personal one-member Discord server specifically for stashing unreleased fan game material that he obtained. Ultranite claims that it includes the super important stuff. It's anyone's estimate what Ultranite considered most important, but this was highly prominent blackmail linked to particularly prominent projects like Pop Goes. Raymanov claims that they too have a server for these reasons. Ultranite goes on to say that no content from the pair was saved on that domain server. Ultranite was probably holding on to all of Raymanov's leaks, and Raymanov was probably holding on to all of Ultranite's. We can also see that this group was clearly targeting Kane Carter in particular. They frequently mentioned exposing Kane, with Ultranite explaining that if the situation arose, they would expose Kane while leaving the community. In another screenshot, Junior's developer, Raymanov, is shown asking if they have any other games that need to be assassinated. Ultranite responds by saying, "Ugh, seriously dude? The one that needs to go down the most is Popgo's, Evergreen. During the call, we will discuss objectives." Sounds like a mafia. We see Raymanov ask if one of them could become really close friends with Emil Mako, in order to get 5 nights at Candy's 4 leaks. Everything we've seen suggests a social engineering group. Ultranite, Raymanov, and Meklis aren't out there stealing credit card numbers in this case. It appears that they're using their reputations, community positions, and strength and popularity of some of their fan game projects to worm their way into other fan game developer circles for the sole purpose of collecting leaks. Ultranite plainly states in another chat, "We have access to 4 Popgo's team members. Why don't we capitalize on that?" Kane and his team were obviously heartbroken when they found out. Ultranite appears to have a particular dislike for Kane Carter. There is a definite trend of Ultranite focusing and attempting to collect Popgo's leakages, specifically ruining Kane. Ultranite's own apology affirms it. Kane also gave Ultranite some ideas for how chompers could be created more graphically different from Popgo's. According to Kane, Ultranite was extremely pleasant and courteous during their chat, only to turn around and be outraged towards Kane personally, that he was told he had a line to do so. Popgo's was not the only game affected. A large number of fan games were damaged and added to their leaked content. Largely, if you disclose intimate data of your fan game with Ultranite, Raymanov, Meklis, or anyone else involved, or if you share private details with someone who then shares it with one of the pair members, your resources are very likely to be included in this leak. It's a terrible situation to be in. Many of the developers are confronted by the fact that years of their work could be divulged to the general public in an ambiguous way at any time, which is terrible. Worse, imagine how deceived people must feel. It's understandable for people to be less supportive after being destroyed so gravely. Ultranite removed his Twitter account and issued the most complete statement of all, which makes sense given that he appeared to be the leader of the group here. He describes how he happened to come to be in the custody of leaked information and apologizes. Ultranite goes on to say that he had been exceedingly disappointed with the Fanverse developer, who assumably is Kane Carter, and out of anger said that if things went downhill, I would make this leaked information public. However, both Ultranite and Meklis asserted that they had no intention of leaking any of the data. There are numerous screenshots of these developers exhibiting this pattern of behavior over a significant period of time. In February of last year, Raymanov and Ultranite are seen mentioning assassinating games, specifically Popgo's. Ultranite joyfully mentions a Popgo's team member leaking information to him. A month later, Ultranite appears to say that if Kane irritates him enough, he will leak his project in retaliation. We see that he has a Discord server for his own leaks. Even 4 months later, we see this exchange. Meklis, if Kane is the only one who can't get you, you'll have to expose him. If that ever happens, I'll just do it while leaving the community. And Ultranite says, I'd do the biggest middle finger. Ultranite's statement includes a paragraph about how he feels terrible about letting down his best friend, the person who sent him the majority of the Popgo's Evergreen content. He attempts to claim that he is only affected to leak the information in moments of rage, but the private messages speak for themselves. Ultranite doesn't come across as angry in this scene. Fiznam got a notification from a friend that Ultranite had since begun boasting about receiving FNAF Plus leaks, and that wasn't that long ago. And it's just another source of proof that the members of the pair isn't really sorry about what they did. They're just sorry that they got caught. The pair obtained FNAF Fanverse game leaks, including photos of Scott Cawthon's children and private video of his wedding. In the leak screenshots, 3 of them were caught objectifying women, and that was the biggest reason for their career's destruction. We see Ultranite making fun of Scott's wife. This means that he was objectifying women, and there are no more screenshots to be seen. Kane rapidly contacted Scott to notify him of the group's existence, which then scattered throughout the FNAF community, causing some of Chomper's development team to become aware. Chomper was about to receive a contract from Scott for a license, budget, and development timeline that would allow them to enter the Fazbear Fanverse and continue working on the project. Only it had to be turned down. Ultranite then informed his design team that their game had been banned due to funding allegations with Scott, and advised them to take a break before continuing work. Ultranite has vanished, and his game has been cancelled. The controversy will have some long-term consequences. You may be a huge fan of Kane's or Scott's, or you may simply be outraged that lovable community members would do such a thing. That is entirely reasonable. But don't bother yourself, as the reputation of the suspect is damaged heavily. And we can say that Ultranite's career is ruined. With this, we would like to end the video, with the hope that you liked and enjoyed it. If you like our content, make sure that you like our video, and do share your views and opinions with us in the comment section down below. Subscribe to the channel to receive regular videos from us, and don't forget to click the bell icon so that you never miss an update. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Until then, peace.